Hey kids, welcome to another great episode of the Thetipsyirishman with me, hopefully as always, Mr. Jake Cole, and he's brought some stuff for us. But before we get started, I want you to stop what you're doing right there because it's very important. You need to like this show and all the other shows and subscribe. But the likes are really important too. We've got way more subscribers than we have likes, so can we get some likes? That really helps out the old budget there, if you know what I'm saying. Also, we're going to keep the grinds going. We're still doing the New Orleans. That's all I've got right now, so we're still using that one. It's really good. Go to grinds.com, get you some. And without further ado, we're going to let Mr. Jake take over because he's got a special thing he wants to talk about, and we're gonna listen to him because he knows everything.
Not tonight. Knob Creek was one of my first loves when I got into bourbon. It was one of the first cask strength bourbons that I really got into. It's kind of fallen to the wayside for me as I get a little more into my journey. I'm happy to get back to it, but this bottle is kind of special. So we're going to talk about a couple of different things tonight. And my buddy Sean owns a company called Broken Barrel Designs. You can go find him on Facebook, give him a like. He takes old bourbon barrels and turns them into furniture. Wall racks, bars, coasters, cigar
awesome
holders.
furniture. I love everything he makes.
It's really, really cool stuff. It's old staves. You get to see the inside where the charring is. It'll have the bands on it still and everything. It's just really cool stuff. He partnered up with a local store, M&D Liquor, over here in Winter Park to get this barrel of Knob Creek in. This is exclusive to M&D. It's got the sticker on the front for the M&D only. And on the back, the promotion is called Barrels for Boobs. And basically every bottle you buy, $5 is going to go towards a charity, the Florida Breast Cancer Society. So they're also selling shirts. When you go buy the shirt, when you go buy the bottle, you're also going to get raffle tickets. And at the end of October, they're going to start drawing out some of those raffle tickets and giving away some of the barrel bars, some of the furniture. He's got swag from different distilleries. We're going to get some gift certificates to local restaurants and bars around the Central Florida area.
Do we know what a raffle ticket costs?
It comes with whatever you purchase. So you can just straight donate if you want to go in and just hand them cash. They'll give you tickets. But if you get a bottle, you get a ticket. If you get a shirt, you get a ticket. And it's all going to a really, really great charity. I believe Jay said, Jay up at M&D said that they got right around 180 bottles of this. They've got a lot of it to sell. It's straight up, I believe it was $55 when I bought it. It's 120.
It's not too shabby. As you know, I'm in the field. It's not. That's not a bad price. I'm just going to say.
120 proof, dang near 10-year-old bourbon. Knob Creek makes a really fine product. I believe Ed did Knob Creek earlier last week. Just
a couple days ago, yeah.
Yeah,
last week, yeah.
And that Knob Creek, I believe it's like 90 proof. It's not
It's
super
decent.
high end.
No, it's decent.
Yeah, and Knob Creek's a great shelfer. When you're out in a restaurant, you need a decent pour. You see Knob Creek behind the bar. It's a safe bet. This is one step up from that. It's going to be a little higher proof, that 120 proof. Knob Creek has a little bit more of a rye burn to it to me than kind of some of the other stuff.
What's your favorite, though?
The guy who doesn't like rye.
We were just talking about that. There's some ryes I love, and some ryes I could throw out the door. But
some ryes to me, like that will it taste like you're drinking a Christmas cookie. It just doesn't do it for me.
Whistle Pig. No, thank you.
Yeah, Whistle
I
Pig
want
is
to
another
jump in and mention, I just went to Facebook so I could like Broken Barrel Designs, and be sure you go to Broken Barrel Designs, not Broken Barrel.
Maybe I'm gonna look at that.
So
I love that.
and
That's
like
awesome.
that,
That's
and you will
so
see
good.
on there
That's so
also
cool.
about M&D Liquor
Volume
and Knob
2,
Creek.
I like that.
Yeah, so this is volume 2 of the Knob Creek that M&D's done. They did a Knob Creek pick about 2.5 years ago. The Knob Creek picks are really, really interesting. The way the distillery sends the package out, what distilleries typically do is they're going to send you 3 to 5 samples, and those represent 3 to 5 barrels. And they send them to the store, and you taste them, and you can either taste them with friends, taste them by yourself, and you tell your distributor, okay, I want barrel C.
Oh, that's cool.
And then they barrel it up, and away it goes. What Knob Creek does is they send you their stuff straight from the barrel, not proofed down. So it's straight from the barrel, and then they send you a little cylinder of proofing water, and they tell you how to measure it out to proof it down to this 120 proof, because Knob Creek does not release barrel strength whiskey. Everything that comes out of Knob Creek is going to be 120 proof or below. So they send you that water with the kit, and you proof the whiskey down when you taste it, and so you have a better idea of what you're going to be getting. But if you drink the whiskey straight before proofing it down, you can try barrel strength Knob Creek, and it's pretty hot. It's a good thing they proof it down because that stuff is pretty hot.
Yeah, we're over. Yeah, it's 100. I'm a little heavy on the pour there. Hopefully, that's not a bad thing. But.
So as always, yeah, we're gonna try it straight up. All right, let's try it before the ice. Let it sit for a little bit. Let it mellow-tate.
Copyrighted.
Get a little air on it. Kind of open it up because we did just crack this bottle. It's a brand new bottle. Picked it up earlier this week. So.
That smells a little octaney. I'm not gonna lie.
The 120 proof definitely comes through on the Knob Creek stuff, and that's what turns away a lot of new whiskey drinkers to Knob Creek. Is it definitely has
Quitters.
punch, which I like. That's what I'm looking for.
Yeah,
in a
no,
barrel
I mean,
pick.
like I said, I'm kind of in the 100 to 117. That's kind of like my.
Clean out your sinuses.
I just like, I like to drink, but I don't like to get drunk. So I like to feel happy, forget about the day. A couple, 3 maybe. But I like it because then you can drink really can drink less. But I also like the flavor, I like to taste it. I like to have the taste, and not just trying to throw something in there just to guzzle it down. I like to actually enjoy the flavor and the taste of them. So.
Well, when you get into the higher end whiskeys and they get into that 120, 125 proof, your Cookers, your Stags.
125.
I just bought a Stag Junior this week at 136. It's almost hazmat, 140
Have I
proof
had-
and
I
higher.
think I've had steak.
We can do that next time, Ed.
Yeah.
Stag is hot.
How high can they go?
Jack Daniels released a Coy Hill last year at 141 proof. Anything over 140 is considered hazmat and has to be shipped a special way.
Oh, wow.
That Stag
It's
Junior is like 136.
it's even hard to find 151 now.
Right.
Anything, I mean, like, you used to have like a Bacardi, like, I don't think the state even sells it anymore because someone got drunk,
It gets
Wow.
real hot.
hurt or something, and they
Real
stopped
hot.
selling it because it doesn't even exist in the state of Florida.
But those
Hard to
higher,
know.
those higher end whiskeys, even at that proof, it doesn't punch you in the mouth. You're going to get that taste, you're going to get the sweetness, and it's going to build. And it's going to build to that kind of real spicy peak and then just
Crazy.
dissipate out. Which is what this Knob Creek does for sure. So let's get into it, see what you think.
All right. See you on the other side.
Classic.
Ooh. Definitely tastes better to me than it smelled. I mean, it smelled like it was going to be
Punchy.
punchy, yeah.
It'll get you, for
I
sure.
gotta say, it's not as rough as I thought it would be going down.
That 120 proof will absolutely get
Heat's
you.
coming now, though. The heat's definitely coming now.
Well, and it stays, it lingers. That finish,
It's kind of almost, I want to say fruity, but little like a sprig of fruit, like just a. And then it went away.
Yeah, Knob Creek's got that kind of
To all my vegetarians out there.
spicy, nutty, little bit of fruit, a little bit
Yeah, a
of
little
vanilla,
nut. Yeah, I
little
could taste
sweet.
little nut. Yeah, little
Yeah.
nut in there. That
Pretty
was good.
common in the Knob Creek world.
I'd be in trouble with that quickly. Though.
Well, that's the thing, right? When we throw the ice on it, like we do on the show.
Do you need a little more, sir?
Yeah, actually, I'll throw a little
There
bit
you
more on
go.
top of that. What is it? Thursday we got football tonight? Yeah, we'll stay up.
We'll stay up.
That ice is just going to completely change that profile. Cool it down, open it up, take that proof down a little bit, take that initial punch out of it.
The punch was. I mean, the punch wasn't bad. I mean, I had the smoke wagon punch was heavier than that,
Really? You thought the smoke wagon punch was heavier?
but not a bad punch.
No, not at all. Well,
Smoke wagon was good though.
that smoke wagon is really, really good. The smoke wagon, for the people looking for smoke wagon locally, Nevada Distilling Company, they do it on their website, and oftentimes they do free shipping. The last time I bought mine, I paid for shipping, so the bottles came out to about $90 a piece, but when they do the free shipping, it's like $70, $75 for that uncut, unfiltered, which is just a really, really good pour.
It was good. It was good. In fact, I have about 3 other people who are really big, and they saw that and they went, "Can we have some of the smoke wagon?" I'm like, "Well, it's not really mine, so no."
You know what? Kill it. We got a whole other bottle. I did a bourbon hunt in Houston. We came home with between the 3 of us, we came home with like 22 bottles, a bunch of smoke wagon, a bunch of Weller, a bunch of Bookers. Just
Oh wow, that's totally different.
right now
But
that
still great.
that I could sip on all day. When you throw that ice cube in
Absolutely.
it, to me, that is that's just
Thank you.
that's just a killer pour with a little bit of ice on it. There's certain whiskeys that I gotta have the ice on it. Stag Junior, I gotta put the ice on it. This high end Knob Creek stuff, I gotta put the ice on it. Some of the Booker's releases in that 125,
That
126
is
range.
that is night and day.
Yeah.
But still, like, super positive, really, really positive. Like, that's good. Man.
And you still get all the flavors. You still get the taste.
You have a nice night. No, I'm just kidding. The door's over there. No, I'm just kidding. I would never do that. It was funny with
Listen,
this.
you keep it. I'll just go buy another one. It's all for charity, right?
Don't tease me. That's good though.
Yeah. So that's Knob Creek does these single barrel releases. You can get this off the shelf, not in a store pick version. You can, I believe it's called Knob Creek Select. It's 120 proof single barrel, but it's not a store pick. Like I said, the store picks, the samples come in, the store gets to pick the best of the bunch.
I'm gonna go look tomorrow morning.
Yeah, it's really good. I
If you
believe
know me, you know what I'm saying. Maybe come by, see if I have it. Just saying.
the Knob Creek Select, I think I want to say runs like $49-$50.
Like I think I have regular, the generic one, whatever, however you want to say it. Then I have the 7 and the 750 in the handle, and then I also have rye, I believe.
Yeah, you have the Knob Creek rye.
I don't think the handle's more than $60.
No, it can't be. For the most part,
Yeah. I think it's like $38 for the 750, and I think the rye is another $8 or $10.
even the higher end knob tweaks, when you get to the 12-year, the 15-year, the 12-year retails right around $65-$75. That 15-year, you can find it at Sam's. Here's a little sneak trick for everybody local to the Orlando area. It drops in Sam's usually twice a year. They get a bunch of it, and it's like $89 for the 15-year, where most stores are selling that.
I've seen some great stuff at Sam's and
wow.
Costco.
Yeah, it's sneaky. They
It's
drop
always
randomly.
after I buy something that I don't want to have any more money for the week, but that's what happens. Yeah.
Well, yeah,
Never
local
fails.
here, the only Costco that's got a liquor store is one in Altamont, which is kind of haul for us. It's kind of out of the way.
BJ's? I'm not about that.
No. But the Sam's Clubs, they get sneaky drops, and we're coming into that time of
So,
year. September, October.
I do have a secret. I get to share a secret. So I have a rep that works for me, or works with me. I don't know how you want to say it. He tells me that, so Walmart is not allowed to refuse anything.
Mm-hmm.
So if a shipment of something that everybody wants just shows up, they can't tell him no. And he says he has a route that has 32 Walmart liquor stores between Daytona and Orange County. And he says there are Eagle Rares, Buffalo Traces, Stags. He says, and it's all kinds of stuff. And the people that don't know they're special. So if you just walk in and ask, 9 times out of 10 you're going to find something.
Yeah, they got it on the shelf.
So, and it's so funny is because I've been here at Castle River. We go over there maybe twice a month. Never once gone to the liquor store here. I keep forgetting there's a liquor store there.
Yeah, at the Castleberry one, yeah.
Yeah, Castle River.
Yeah, I've popped in there a few times, and they'll have tags on the shelf for things that should be there and aren't. So I got this could show up. There's a
But he
Walmart.
used to go in the back, to do his thing. Just look around. And there's like cases. Like they get cases. They don't know what to do with it. Like put it on the shelf for sale.
There's a Walmart out in it's the Kagan's Crossing Walmart, which I believe is not technically Tavares. It may be Winter Garden. But that has become local legend with some of the bourbon hunters. They have had some very serious drops in the last year.
I heard the Holly Hill. This little. There's a neighborhood. There's like a small neighborhood, but they have a liquor store, and he says their shit. They've got Horse Soldier, both of them, $24.95. Oh, $15.99. So he's trying to go grab some of that. I was like, I'll buy a horse for $15 all day, bro.
But that's the fun thing about going and hunting and finding something new.
That's where we want the show to be, guys. So help us make it there because we want to start hunting.
M&D, the guys here in Winter Park, Jay does a really great job of keeping things at or just above retail. I mean, we're talking maybe 2 to 3% markup. It's nothing crazy. Jay does a really good job of it. And the super rare stuff he does through raffles. You go into the store, you buy whiskey. Every $30 you spend, you get a raffle ticket. At the end of the month, he pulls one, and whatever rare bottle it is, you get to go buy it at retail.
So in that genre, after meeting Jake and Jake helping supply the show with some wonderful, wonderful things, and then now he's so good, I can't not have him as a partner for this. And I know obviously by the hits here, y'all like him here, but from him telling me about M&D, I've never personally been there. I've passed it about 100 times, never actually walked in, but I have sent people there, and people have come back to the store because they're very happy that they got something. And nobody says that the prices are out of line. They're all set, and they said the place is great. So it looks sketchy from the outside, but inside's awesome.
Yeah, no.
So
and the guys
people
that
are
run
very happy, and they go there, and they're very appreciative. And thank you, Jake, for letting me know that. Because listen, if I can't get you what you want, I still want you to get it.
Well, and they're big in the community, right? They're doing the charity deal. They've teamed up with Broken Barrel. They put their name on that barrel, just so, I don't know how many of y'all know how barrels work with liquor stores, but when the barrel gets delivered, that store has about a week before they got to pay for it. So it's roughly 5 to 7 days before they've got to pay for that barrel.
Same as us.
Right, so when it's
Whatever
dropped
it is, yeah,
off,
save it, but yeah,
when you're
save it.
getting 180 bottles of something at a time, it's a big investment for the store to do that. So when your local stores are getting picks in, and they've got one for you to try behind the counter, they got a sample, I suggest you try it before you buy it, and then pull the trigger on it, because the store picks are generally a few notches above the shelf stuff. Some of the store picks this last year were just some of the best things that we got our hands on all year. The Doc Swinson store pick that came through MDP was killer. Old Elk had store picks dropping all over Central Florida that were just bangers. Every one of them around $70. I think you got a sample of that one about a month and a half ago. That Old Elk.
Oh, that was good. That was
Old
good.
Elks were bangers. So look for the store picks, because that's really where you get your bang for the buck. It's
That was
different.
that was the 22nd. I have it right here.
Oh yeah, there you go.
And how do you
We're monitoring the show.
How do
from
you
the
find
show.
out about these store picks?
got to go build the relationship just like I did with Ed, right? You go in and you talk to the guys. The barrel's going to show up at the warehouse, and however long it takes to get from the warehouse to the store, it could be a week, could be a month. It depends on how long it takes them to get it on the truck and get it dropped off. So I know when M&D had...
I know about it before it gets to M&D. Not from Jake either.
Yeah, you ain't gonna
from
learn
the
it from
delivery
me.
driver. They come to me first.
Yeah, I got no insight on any of the stores, actually. So the distributor's going to say, hey, your stuff's here, and we'll get it to the store when we can. Fridays, Wednesdays, whenever it shows up, it shows up. So go in and kind of make those relationships, talk to the guys. They'll tell you what they got coming in the year. Like, hey, what store picks you got coming this year? And they'll say, we just did another liquor store. We just did. Oof, man, that's a tough business. No doubt. These guys
No, not the general public.
Just for us?
Just the special people. No, I'm just kidding. Because you're special. We like you. You should rinse that out and try that.
Oh, and do the scotch?
We're gonna try this. Okay, we're gonna try it again. We did it yesterday. It's called Abalor. It's Abalor 12-year Sprayside, right?
Speyside.
Speyside.
Yeah,
spade, like a spade. Yeah. Spade.
Now, I am not a Scotch expert. I'm not a bourbon expert either, but I'm not a Scotch such a running stretch of the imagination.
Pretty good, though.
But I believe, if I remember right, in Scotland, there's like 6 or 8 regions. Islay Scotch, or Speyside Scotch, there's Highland Scotch,
Islay?
Lowland Scotch. Islay.
That's the ILELI.
I-S-L-Y.
So when that's peaty though. That's because if you look at I was telling you yesterday. So you go from the blended to the single, and as you go up the hill, and use the wording that they use, that tells you how it's going to be.
Yeah, there's a lot of the scotches that you're going to get your hands on. And the interesting thing about scotch, at least to me, is something. This is a 12-year bottle, right? It is aged for 12 years. What did it cost?
It was free.
Right. Well, what's retail on it?
I sell it for 68, I believe.
So you're talking roughly $5 a year for age, where bourbon, the standard is around $10 a year. So if you've got a bourbon that's coming in around 12 years, you can expect to pay between $100 and $120. This is a 12-year scotch, you can pay 60. It's always been interesting to me that scotch can age longer. Maybe they're just more established industry, but the cost is not there the same way it is with bourbon.
Interesting.
So you can get yourself into some older stuff that's still reasonably priced. Where when you're talking with the bourbons, the Sam Houston 15 last year released around $150. Calumet 15s are on the same 130, 150, and like I said, the rule of thumb is about $10 a year. So.
Wow.
All right, good to know.
Man, that's so different from what we just drank.
It is so different.
Yeah, that's real different.
It's just so yummy. That's not bad, but it wasn't. I'm gonna kill it, but it's not my go-to.
That's very good.
So let me ask. So have you had cheaper stuff? Have you had Dewar's?
Oh yeah, Dewar's
That's
White Label.
that's the first thing I hit when I tasted it. A straight Dewar's with some extra love.
Yeah, I haven't actually touched a scotch in almost a year, so it's very
Dewar's
interesting.
is one of my nemesis.
Yeah.
I was on a plane. I was going. I don't like to fly. It was just like 20. This is like 30 years ago.
I was gonna say you're not that old.
I was flying to New York from California, and they didn't have any Jack. At the time, I was doing Jack as my main source of relief. And Abby's like, well, the closest thing I have is Dewar's. I had no idea what the hell Dewar's was. I said, okie dokie, if you say that's what it is. And I had 3 of those. The worst flight of my life. I felt like I had the bends from from coming up too fast in the ocean.
I feel like the taste spectrum with scotch is just way bigger than bourbon. You can get where you feel like you're drinking a campfire.
I think also gin too.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Like that's the next. At some point, we're gonna start doing that.
Gin can get a little bitey. You can get a little that juniper berry.
Or super floral, or super bitter, or super.
No, but that's very delicious. For me, my standard bourbon that I keep in the house, or my standard scotch I keep in the house is Oban 14.
Oh yes.
Oban's
goddamn day.
So my family from Scotland lives in the town of Oban. They live literally 3 blocks from the distillery. Last time we were there,
please get some discounts.
No, God, we got a tour. We got to walk through the distillery and do a tour, but no, we didn't get any discounts. And bringing it back to the States, once you pay the duties and everything on it, it's
probably not worth it. Yeah.
What's really funny about it is my uncle says, you love Oban and you really like the taste of it. He's like, I wouldn't even wash my windows with it. He's like, I live in the town, I don't drink it. He's like, it's
interesting.
Not. Right, so that's the thing. Everybody's taste spectrum is so different. Where you and I are going to find something we like a lot, and people.
It's like I say, like I would say I'm still novice in terms of what I'm learning to what I like. But every once in a while, I'll hit something. Like we went before COVID started. We were going to Total Wine. And I was there to get my daily drink, my weekly drinker daily.
I know, I was gonna say.
And they had like 3 tequilas, And then we went down the row after we got what we were going to buy, and they had like 4 Irish and Scottish stuff, 2 regular, 2 more peaty, and then they had something else over here. I don't remember what this was, but I had all of it, and it was good. And then I went and got a quick fireball because we were going to go to the movies. And by the time we were at the Christmas tree store, I was lit.
Yes.
I was like, we need to go get some hot dogs or something. I'm on fire. It was like 7 shots.
A little too much.
I mean, it was a little, so
sampling
it was probably like 5 shots though. You know,
Oh,
they
yeah.
were small, but altogether, whatever that was, I don't remember anymore. I haven't found it yet. Again, but it
Great
was-
thing about Total Wine, guys, if they have
Yummy.
a store pick and you want to try it and it's not a premium, I was in Total Wine on Sunday to pick up a Russell's Reserve single barrel store pick from Total Wine, which if you're out and about in Colonial, that's a great pick. They won't open that one. It's about a $90 bottle, but their other stuff, they had a store pick of their Maker's Mark, they had a Heaven's Door. They'll open it for you and they'll let you try it. So all you
I
gotta do is
heard
ask.
Heaven's Door is really good.
Yeah, the Heaven's Door stuff is really good. And so the store picks at Total Wine, you hit a concierge and say, hey, I'd like to try this one. They'll crack a bottle for you, give you a sample of it in the store and let you try it before you buy it.
Nice.
Yep. So before you invest that 50, 60, 70 bucks on something that you're not familiar with, you can try it before you buy it.
That's a great tip.
So the chills. Finally hit me. Oh. Yeah, that was interesting to me. I didn't, I would have bought it if I could have bought it, but someone gave it to me, and yeah, it was not good straight for me, anyways. But it was good on the ice, but there's a point where it went past the ice and was not really good at all.
Yeah, I think the finish with Scotch is much more of that peaty flavor, more so with the bourbon, where you get that kind of rye spice and you get that little bit more of a burn, which is just more where my palate is geared right now. I've been on bourbon kick for a couple of years now. But yeah, if you're in the area, go hit up M&D Liquor Store, pick up a bottle. They've got the shirts for sale later as well. Broken Barrel Designs on Facebook. Let Sean know that we sent you. Pick up some of the furniture, pick up some of the shirts. You can just straight donate if you want. He'll take money, PayPal, Venmo, Cash App. We'll figure out a way to take the money.
Frogs and chickens.
Yeah, whatever you want to do to get money to the charity, we'll take it, because I think it's a really great thing he's doing, and involving the whiskey community just kind of brings more people into that fold, because I believe whiskey is very communal, right? You buy the bottle like this, something about this size, we could share this together over the course of a month. You know what I mean? Where we got the time to drink our way
We just
through.
might.
I don't know that it'll take that long. We keep pouring, it is going to be gone.
I might just keep drinking. I didn't mean anything about it in a month, but yeah, I'm with you. No, absolutely. And let me tell you that I get stuff all the time in, thanks to Jake and other people in the community that have shown me stuff. And if it's available for my particular location, I get it in, and it's working. And then I do it too. So I would say that this is excellent. Let's try it. I got McKenna that we did. Henry McKenna, just the generic one, the basic one.
Oh, the sour mash.
The basic.
Yeah, the brown bottle.
Basic,
Yep.
which is fire. It's so good. I can't keep it on the shelf, and so that's I'm going through 2 cases a week.
Well,
Easy.
it's really nice to have that customer service aspect where you have tried some of the stuff that's on the shelf and you can steer people in the right direction. Hey, I like this. Do you have something similar? Do you have something in the same proof range? You have something in the same kind of taste category? So as we go through these bottles, as we try these different things, helps to narrow down your palate. It really helps you figure out, all right, I know I like this. Me personally, I'm just a Buffalo Trace fanatic. You give me an E.H. Taylor, you give me a Buffalo Trace. Eagle Rare kind of on the bottom end, but Blanton's.
No,
All those
wrong,
things.
sir.
All those things. See, that's where we disagree. I don't think Eagle Rare is worth the money or the hype. If you like it, that's
See,
great.
I think the same thing about Buffalo Trace.
Right.
Buffalo Trace is not. I don't want to say. I'm not disparaging it. It's good. I'm just not gonna.
Well, it's not $35 good.
I'm not gonna race out and go get it.
Yeah.
It's not. It's no.
Not for what places are selling it for
No,
now.
no,
That ain't worth it.
no.
But
But it's good. No, it's not. I'm not. Man, I was ready for the hype, and when I drank it, I was like,
yeah, it's man.
I
5
think
years
Eagle
ago,
Rare's worth every dime.
that was entry level bottom shelf stuff.
And I think
5, 6 years ago, you'd walk in anywhere and they'd have cases of it sitting on the shelf. And then all of a sudden, once people figured out it was Pappy adjacent, once Pappy Van Winkle
Pappy
blew up,
adjacent.
Oh, Pappy adjacent.
and Pappy being made from the Buffalo Trace Distillery,
I want-
everything that's Pappy adjacent.
I want some
now just
25-year
explodes.
Pappy. Anybody got some 25-year Pappy? Give me a call. I just want to sip. Just want to sip. Just want to sip. Maybe 2 sips. All right, kids. Well, please go check this out. M&D is a great place. And what's the guy's name again?
Jay.
Jay at the M&D. And then the gentleman's name again from
Sean.
Bourbon.
Sean from
Barrels?
Broken Barrel. Yep, Sean from Broken Barrel. If you guys,
Broken Barrel,
yeah,
sorry.
if you're looking for some barrel furniture from the
I'm
house,
looking for cues and I can't see anything on because you're wearing the shirt. And that's turned around. I can't. I'm an old man. I need cue cards. And check them out. And if you know who I am, you know where I'm at, and you know how to get a hold of me. And so listen, if you want to sponsor the show or come on the show like Jake, we'll make room for you right here in the middle. And as always, we appreciate you, and we hope to see you on the next one. And if you need to get a hold of us to talk about the show, go to the Thetipsyirishman@gmail.com, and we'll work it out. Until next time, kids. Appreciate you.